This is my horse Seve. I'd like to introduce you to him. I've had him 2.5, 3 months now. He's a rescue horse. I got him, he was foundered pretty bad. He was in pretty bad shape. Abscesses on the front hooves, severe. He could barely walk. It's been a long time building him up. We're working on rehabilitating him. We've had a lot of vet work done. He was a stallion, 7 years old, lived in a pasture all by himself, completely neglected, never wormed, vaccinated, hoof care, nothing like that. So we're really working hard on rehabilitating him. He's got a great mind. He really deserves a good chance, so I'd like to do everything I can to give him the chance that he deserves. We've had the vets taking care of his hoofs. We're working on some natural hoof care to get his hoofs better. We've had injections in his hocks that were inflamed and causing him some pain. He's not 100% yet, but he's making a remarkable recovery. And I'd really like to show you how he's doing. I haven't had a lot of time to move him around because he hasn't been feeling real great. But I've had a lot of time to desensitize him, throw ropes and strings, plastic bags over him. So I'll just start moving him around a little bit, desensitizing him, sensitizing him, and showing you guys where he's at. So lots and lots of desensitizing with ropes, strings, anything like that. He gets pretty relaxed pretty quick about this stuff. He's actually very confident when it comes to this stuff, pretty relaxed about it. And, you know, it's a result of doing it a lot, too, because he hasn't been moved a lot, but he's been standing still, having all sorts of stuff thrown at him. Good. So basics there to start him off. I'll move him around a little bit for you guys. Ask him to back up a couple steps. He's moving remarkably compared to what he was. I mean, he could barely even get around. He was limping so bad he could barely even take any steps. We have a really great vet who's been working with him. I'm really happy with. He's really happy with how he's coming. I'll ask him to yield his hindquarters here. Good. He's getting pretty responsive to that. Attaboy. He really understands when I look at that hindquarters and ask it to yield, he can come in and take a little rest with me. Got pretty good bend to him right here. I like that a lot. At first, you know, he had no idea how to circle or anything like that, so he was pulling out pretty hard. Now you can see I don't even have to grip the rope, and he just stays right with me. Yield the hindquarters, and bring him on in. Attaboy. Good. So that's one method I like to use a lot for lunging. Another method I like to use to get him using his body a little bit more athletically is I step in front of the drive line and ask him to pivot on his hind end and change direction. So I step in front, get him to come across. Good boy. Step in front, have him come across. So as you can see, he really understands that. I'm not having to really force him to do it. He just knows step in front, get on the hind end, go the other direction. Step in front, that one. An exercise I really like to do, everyone calls it a different thing. Some people call it a squeeze game, sending exercise. I refer to it as an A to B exercise because I'm sending them from point A to point B. Send them through the gap, yield his hindquarters. I love it when I just point and they come through in a nice trot. I like it to be relaxed, but I also like them moving. Right there, he didn't really listen to my hindquarter yield. Yield, bring him through. Yield. That was better. Very good. I just taught him how to side pass yesterday, so it's not going to be real good, but I'll show you where it's at. Right there, he got confused, wanted to go through the gap. So I'm going to yield his forequarters over, and then his hindquarters, and then I'm going to put that together. Probably too close to the camera here, so I'm going to step back, send him up here. I'm just going to separate forequarters, hindquarters, forequarters, hindquarters. Very good. You get it right a couple steps, so I'll reward them and rub them. Pass them again. Forequarters, hindquarters. Forequarters, hindquarters. Forequarters, hindquarters. Good. So he's really understanding that, doing it quite well. It's not real sharp or quick, but on day 2, all I'm really concerned about is that he understands. And you can tell he does. Forequarters, hindquarters. That was pretty good. Forequarters, hindquarters, forequarters, hindquarters. Not too bad. Good boy. I've also been desensitizing him a lot to the plastic bag. Something he wasn't really concerned about anyway, but I like to make sure I could take any object. I love how he just licks his lips right there. That tells me he's relaxed and confident. I can slap it on his face. He's not too concerned about it. Up and down his body. I love it when I'm trying to scare my horse and they're just standing there almost falling asleep. They're like, oh, I've seen that, been there, done that, no big deal. I love getting them used to different objects and having them understand different experiences aren't going to hurt them. I'm flapping it up against his side every time I go up and down. What a good boy. Good. Licking his lips again. That's beautiful. I haven't really been riding him much, but I've been spending some time hopping up and down on him. Ugh, that's a boy. Ugh. He's bigger than he looks, but not that easy to get up there. Just flex him here. Good boy. I like them to understand that when pressure comes from that halter to come back and give to it. So I'm going to ask him real lightly. Good, and that's very, very light. So I'll even ask him to move around a little bit. Good boy. I'm not going to let him do too much here. Just keep a slight bend in him, so he's going to do a circle. Squeeze. There we go. I don't mind if he goes a little bit more out than that. What I don't want to do is let him think he can go wherever. I'd like him just to stay in a nice walk every now and again. Just put him in a little circle here. Flip this over his head, get him going the other way. The other way, Seve. There you go. There, he almost gained a little bit of speed there, so I just put a little pressure on that halter to slow him down. So nothing pretty, you know, he doesn't know anything real refined right now. I'm not really guiding him anywhere. I'm letting him go wherever he wants to. But if I feel that he's going to build a little bit of speed or go something like over here where I don't want him to, I'm just going to turn him a little bit and ask him to do a little circle. There we go. Good boy. If I want him to stop, I can just bend his head around, flex him. Attaboy. Good boy. I love just getting down in here. There, he went to walk off. I didn't ask him to. I love just getting down and being with him. You know, bending over. He's a little confused right now. Just rub it on him, laying on him. So he's confused. Bend him. There we go. Just the closer I can be to him, the more I rub him, the more confident he'll get. Good boy. Wiggle my legs all around him. Just want to get him nice and broke to all these different stimulus. Good boy. So right there, I prefer him not to move that much, so I'm going to go just move him around a little bit and hop back on. Just rub. Let him know it's okay to stand still. So he's doing this more out of confusion than wanting to move, so I'm just going to wait it out. I felt that he was trying to do the right thing, so I didn't hop off and move him around. I just waited on him. Good boy. Good boy. Teach him to lower his head with his halter pressure. Not taking too much. Good boy. So I really feel there's great things to come with this horse. He's got a nice solid mind. He has hardly had any work on him, but he's real confident about most things. He's a great looking horse, very sweet disposition. Really excited with where he is and where he's going. I feel if he can get real healthy, he's going to be a really special horse. So again, Seve, thanks a lot for watching the video.